All right, welcome everyone. Today, we are going to tackle one of the most critical and, let's be honest, high-pressure skills in all of modern tech ops, troubleshooting. You know the feeling, right? Everything's on fire. So how do you go from that chaos to total clarity? Well, let's dive in and find out. So let's just start with a hard truth, shall we? In a super complex world of DevOps, things are absolutely going to break. It's really not a question of if something will go wrong, it's a question of when. I mean, think about it. Our systems are so interconnected and they're changing so fast. 100% uptime? That's just not a realistic promise anymore. So the real question we need to be asking isn't if a system is going to fail. It's are you ready when it does? See, your value as an engineer isn't really about preventing every single little failure. No way. It's all about your ability to diagnose and resolve them, and to do it with speed and precision.
Okay, let's get into it. Why is this such a universal challenge for pretty much any DevOps team out there? Well, it really just comes down to the very nature of the systems we're all building these days.
You see, our modern systems are like this giant tangled web of interconnected services, right? They're distributed all over the place, they're heavily automated, and maybe most importantly, they're critically interdependent. And what that means is that one single weak link could be a tiny misconfiguration, a resource limit, a single failed deployment. That one thing can trigger a massive domino effect, leading to a huge cascading outage. So when you're facing these failures, it's not about having some kind of magic bullet. And it's definitely not about knowing every single possible error code by heart. It's really about adopting the right professional mindset. It's about how you navigate the unknown calmly and effectively. And this slide just perfectly highlights the difference between how a novice panics and how an expert follows a process. On one side, you've got guesswork, right? You're frantically changing a bunch of things at once, just hoping something sticks. But on the other side, you have a methodical, data-driven approach. You're isolating variables, and you're confirming every single assumption you make with hard evidence. And this right here, this is the golden rule of troubleshooting. Your data, your logs, your metrics, these are your absolute most trusted tools. Assumptions, they're dangerous. Evidence, though, is what's going to lead you straight to the root cause. So don't just think you know what's wrong. You have to prove it. Okay, so how do we actually put that methodical mindset into practice? Well, you do it with a repeatable framework. One that brings order to the absolute chaos of an incident. And the cool thing is, this isn't about domain-specific knowledge. It's a totally universal process. This flow, it creates such a clear path, all the way from that first alert to the final resolution. So first, you detect the problem and you figure out its blast radius, right? How bad is it? Then you gather your signals, your logs, your metrics, before you even think about forming a hypothesis. And it's only after you've tested that hypothesis that you implement a fix. This whole structure is what prevents you from jumping to conclusions and making sure nothing important gets missed. Now, the real beauty of this framework is just how versatile it is. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're dealing with a broken CI/CD pipeline, a Kubernetes cluster that's acting up, or some weird network problem. The process is the same. So let's take a look at how it applies across a few different failure scenarios. So whether it's a build that's just completely broken, a pod that's stuck in pending forever, or a service that's suddenly unreachable, the starting point is always the same: systematic signal gathering, not random guessing. If your pipeline fails, you check the logs. Got a Kubernetes issue? You check the events. Networking problem? You validate the configs. It's simple. You always start with the data. And here's something you should never, ever forget. A fast rollback to a known good state is one of the most powerful tools in your entire arsenal. Seriously, it is not an admission of defeat. It is a strategic move. A rollback stabilizes the system, it stops the bleeding, and it buys you that precious, precious time to investigate the real root cause, all without the immense pressure of a live, ongoing outage. All right, but the job isn't done just because the service is back online. Oh, no. In fact, this final step, this is where true mastery really begins. This is a moment where you turn a really negative event into a long-term win for the system's overall reliability. See, this is where you turn a liability into a genuine asset. Every single incident becomes a golden opportunity to make your system that much more resilient. You do this through blameless postmortems where you dig in and find the real root cause. Then you add the monitoring that was clearly missing, and you build automation to prevent that entire class of problem from ever happening again. Look, if you remember just one thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this. The power of making one single, controlled change is the absolute fastest way to find a solution. Why? Because when you change a bunch of things at once, you have no idea which one was the fix, or even worse, which one actually made things worse. So be deliberate. So to wrap things up, mastering troubleshooting really transforms you. You go from being that frantic firefighter just running around putting out flames to being a calm, methodical system architect. It's all about being systematic, relying on the data, staying cool under pressure, and above all, always prioritizing a fast recovery for your users. At the end of the day, an incident is going to happen. That's inevitable. But here's the thing. Whether it becomes a long, drawn-out crisis or a really valuable learning opportunity, that's entirely up to you. With the right framework and the right mindset, you're the one who gets to decide.